Thank you, Andy. So we've had three very different, I think very innovative approaches from three very different, very innovative places. And they're different methodologies. They're attacking different dimensions of the same problem. And you come from, obviously, a lot of places. Let's take a quick show of hands. How many are related to local or provincial or national government? How many work for a government agency? Raise your hands. All right, mostly in the front for some reason. How about working for a company, a for-profit company of some kind, state-owned enterprise or private enterprise? All right, scattered around. How about the non-governmental sector? Lots of NGOs, and that includes academia. Maybe academia, just raise your hands. And then journalists, media. Good. We love you folks, by the way. So we have a very nice cross-section of people who represent different points of view. Now is the discussion part. We promised you first hour you'd get to hear about 3 case studies, 3 different approaches. Now your turn to either give us a very quick snapshot of what innovation is happening in your particular location that you want everybody else to know about, or a question that relates to this theme. Where are the innovations? We're less interested in what gets done, but more interested in how it's getting done. We want to know the what because we want to know there's a problem being tackled and that problem was defined as thus and such, but we're very interested in the how it's working. And maybe it's not working. Maybe the thing you want to tell us about is what didn't work. An experiment was undertaken, an innovation emerged, and it fell apart. And why did it fall apart? So anybody want to start us off? We're going to focus our conversation there to start with. Yes, sir. Can we get a microphone? And introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
Hello, my name is Sergio Fernandez. I'm from Madrid City Council. And just to start, I will tell you about the new electromobility initiatives in Madrid. As you may know, Madrid is in a very critical financial situation, as the rest of Spain, and we had to implement the electromobility within the city. So we have done a private-public partnership with the 4 biggest electric companies in Spain, and with the service companies, building and services company. So they cover the cost, half the cost of the implementation of the charging points, as well as the know-how and the technology. And we are implementing the charging points right now through the city, and the objective by the end of this year is to have nearly 300 charging points. And as a result of this, a lot of private companies are putting into place their initiatives, and they are calling us every day, trying to put their product for free and giving vehicles for public use just to as a test site. And well, by the way, Madrid is cooperating with London in a project called eView, Electric Vehicles for Urban Europe. And we are organizing the next meeting in Madrid by the end of November. So it's maybe an example of how we can try to do things without money, which is a key issue right now.
Can I ask one question of clarification? What's the role of the electric power company? What role will they play as a utility in providing the electrons for these vehicles?
Yeah, well, right now, as the national law cannot or don't allow the local authorities to sell electricity, the electricity will be given for free till the end of next year.
That's one more reason to move to Madrid, by the way.
Yeah,
free electricity.
and what we are trying to know or to figure out is which could be the business model in the future. And this meeting in Madrid will try to think about that. And the electric companies, all of them, have their own business model strategy. They are starting to offer different products as a sort of a special fee for electricity, or fare for electricity, and even financial facilities to achieve an electric car. So they are starting. Nobody knows about it right now. I think the central government is soon implementing the figure of charge manager. So a lot of companies will be able to apply to be a charge manager and offer this product as a supplier. And at the same time, they want to implement a special, very low and very cheap fare for electricity, so cars will be charged during night time, during not high peak moments. And I forgot, I work for Madrid City Council for Sustainable Mobility Department. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Very, very helpful information. One city in the United States, I don't think Austin, Texas is represented here, so I'll speak on their behalf, is attempting a business model that might be interesting for Madrid, which is charge the batteries of those vehicles, store electrons, and then draw those electrons out during peak demand, and essentially avoid paying the cost to the Texas utilities, who are charging at peak many times what the electrons are really priced at during other times of day, and engage in a financial partnership with the owner of the vehicle, whose battery essentially taken together, stored electrons represent a solution for the city when it wants to avoid paying peak prices. And the difference between the normal electron price and the inflated peak electron price represents a lot of fat that can be pulled out of the system, and providing the finance for a bank and others to step up and essentially provide forward financing, because we know there's going to be peak demand for a long time. These sorts of peaks and valleys in demand are not going to go away anytime soon.